All right, good evening, everybody. This is Marshall 88 Moss here, streaming tonight's event for the GTMR Versus Series, Ford versus Ferrari. Glad you guys have joined me here for this round number 3 here. Give it a few minutes. Probably got about 4 minutes before it resets. And we're going to go racing. 10 minutes of free practice, followed by a 15-minute qualifying session, and then a 45-minute race. Just getting things situated here. What's up, Jeannie? Thanks for stepping in, my man. I see you there 1 second back. Said you invalidated a 27.1 on my first lap. All right, just got some pace. You gotta do something to upset Mr. Andam up there at the top. So bring your A game this evening. I think we're going to be a little bit on the lower side for entries tonight. I think due to the F1 race that's on at this point. But anybody that's in the chat, please, no spoilers for the F1 race. I have set the old tape recorder for that for after this. Hello, Jen. Thanks for checking in. I got some new gadgets this evening. So we're going to rock the old keyboard action a little bit better with the cameras, as you guys can see. Rock this one, this one, this one. We can go here. We got the another broadcast camera, the heli cam. So we don't have to do the old stupid replay crap. So we're moving through there. We're stepping up in the world. So again, we've got about 2 minutes till server reset, and looking forward to this, man. Looking like I think supposed to be 26 drivers this evening here in Donington Park, the oldest active track currently in the UK. A lot of activity goes on here at this particular track. Just a great track. Really wish I was doing it, but I'd rather be here with you guys. Also, anybody who's watching the Commanders, which I know most of you are, no spoilers on that either. Actually, you know what? If you want to let me know, that's fine. Big Washington Redskins fan. Now the Commanders. Let's see if we can catch some people on track here. The 63 of J. Francis 6380 here in the Ford Mustang this week. Been here before. We got Jiffy Poppin' coming in the Ford number 23. Just getting set up into the pit stall. Some folks have left. I'm going to also leave the server, and we'll be right back once everything kind of resets. But how's everybody doing today on this Sunday? It's beautiful here on the East Coast of the United States. We are 1 hour later this evening here than normal due to the European time change. I think we should catch back up with our daylight savings time, which I believe comes up possibly next week. Not exactly sure, because I don't worry about that crap, but it is what it is, so it will throw us off for a week or two here. And now we just pray for the server reset. Server's gone down. Server's back up. Looking good. And we're in.
Green light.
Looks like Thus 6107 is going to make his way out on track just to make sure everything's operational. Brakes are working. Throttle's working, not sticking. This evening, I apologize for the voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, but would not miss this for the world. try to bring you guys some joy and happiness here on this Sunday. While you guys are all enjoying the F1 race, I'm sure, on the other screen. And I appreciate whoever's stopping in. This should be a good one. Always exciting here at Donington. This will be a nice, well, Thus, maybe he's having an issue. Might have to reset to pit. Yeah, he reset to pit. So we'll see if we can pick up someone else here. The 73 of Sabre in the Ferrari. Just putting some time out on track, just getting the tires warmed up. Again, making sure brakes are operational. It's Francisco back out on track. We do have the man, the myth, the legend, Freebird. I'm going to follow Freebird around here a little bit. Jeannie, were you signed up? For the Ford? It says I'm in the Ford Mustang. I hope I didn't sign up wrong or something. So you signed up for the Ford. And you're not in the Ford? So you're in the Ferrari, or can you choose the Ferrari to get in? All right. You might have to give me a minute here, bud, because I might have to go do something here. Are you wanting to be in the Ferrari? Jeannie, you are in the Ferrari, correct? You want to be in the Ferrari. Okay, let me see what I can do. Possibly might be a server reset, but we'll see. All right, just a server reset. We're going to see. We're going to see if we were able to get Jeannie. Jeannie, just take a look. Try to get back in. I made a quick adjustment there. I'm hoping that it worked. But the computer that I've got is upstairs, so I had to run up there. I set the practice to 5 minutes. Let's see. Just please let me know if you're able to get in the right car. Well, I'll be able to see here, hopefully. Yep, in the Ferrari. All right, good. All right, we got everybody here. We got 5 minutes, 4 minutes now at this point, counting down to the start of practice. I'm sorry, the start of quali. Grab my trusty keyboard here. Whoa. There he is in the black Ferrari 296. Making his way around, get things situated. Sitting at 21 right now. Mac Webb rounding out the 21. Actually, 20 drivers. Myself's in there. El Bambino is here. We talked about legendary Freebird is here. Talking things over right now with his crew chief. Andam, championship leader, is here. Right now, I think he has a 16-point lead over Styles, which I do not see is here. And I double-checked the entry list, and I do not believe he is running tonight. So, chance for Andam to extend the lead here that he has currently on this championship. B. Matthew is here, doing very well in the championship as well. Thus earlier on putting in some laps in the practice session. But this should be fun. 2:20 to go. Temperature at 23 degrees Celsius. Track at 30. So a little bit warm here in England. Donington. Optimum track conditions, of course. Guys are taking out bollards all over the place. A few more minutes before things get kicked off here with the 15 minutes of qualifying, followed by the 45-minute race. Talking a little bit about this track as we have a minute and a half to go. Coming down here into turn 11, known as Melbourne hairpin, down into turn 12, and then you make the left out of 12 to head to the start-finish straight. Downhill braking here, you really want to hug the inside. There's a little bit of camber there to the corner. You got to watch yourself there for traction, but he'll head down the front straight into turn 1, known as Redgate. We'll make the right-hand turn there, kind of dab the brakes there at the green triangle coming out of pit road. He's going to kind of abandon that situation there. So we've got behind him the 717 of El Bambino, legendary El Bambino, driving the Ford Mustang 717. Heading himself down through Old Hairpin, up through 5 and 6, making his way up to turn 7, known as McLean's, up there towards the top of the hill there. Really, really fun track if you can hook up a lap, but if you are off the track, it can be deadly and definitely kill you time-wise. Tough blind turn there. Try to go on board and inside the car if you can. Check him out. He's suited up, ready to go. Down here into the S's, hard braking just at the last arrow there. Someone's already taken out the tire barrier, which is normal. He heads down into turn 11. It stops, and he's basically going to send himself back to the pits. As we've got 21 drivers now, as Pepski joins up. Quite a few Ferraris. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Ferraris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 11 Fords. Well, make it 10 Fords because I'm in Ford, but make it 10. So it's pretty competitive this evening. Pretty competitive, which is good. So we'll get the 24 of that new guy driving his red and yellow Ray-Ban sponsored Ferrari. Just trying to put another lap in here. Just see where his pace is. 27.965 by Genie. I think you might see a 26.9, maybe 26.8 here in quali. Rank Sonic, the number 20 Ford Mustang, in 2.3 seconds back. And we'll head into qualifying here as Attended Genie gets off first. Blunt still in the pits. B. Matthews made his way out. Andam just behind. From McCooney still in the pits. Croder is now out of the pits onto his out lap. Sabre still hanging. Hugh Darren is coming out in the Ford Mustang, number 63. Save the Tatas tonight. El Bambino in the 717 Ford Mustang. Pardon me if I cough here into the mic. Again, just a little bit under the weather, but we're here. If anybody has any issues with sound or whatever, let me know. I'll do my best to get those items adjusted for you. Gorgeous green metallic livery on the Ferrari 296 of Sir Killalot. Thanks, Goose. Appreciate it. Ford Mustang of Freebird is out on track. Hushed Webb also in the Ferrari out on track. Armor Kinger, the 666 mustard yellow colored Ferrari out on track to start. We are going to go on board with the 441 of Attended Genie here. Just starting his first lap and see what kind of pace we've got. Again, heading out through turn 1, heading down through the fast right, left, right section here. Little dab of the brakes, cut the corner. Done that very well. Continues the speed. Go on board here as he heads up towards McLean's at the top, turn 7 right here. Heads into the blind corner. Here, dab of the brakes, turn to the right. Carry the speed through. He's looking very good so far. Down into the S's. I'm sure someone's already taken out the tire barrier. They have. It's right there on the left. Does very well cutting through the corner there. Going down to turn 11. He will be the first one to set a lap. It looks like at this point it is valid. Killalot is one to watch, says Goose. Appreciate it, Goose. We're going to come across the line with Attended Genie and see what kind of time he puts up here. Wow, he might have invalidated on the S's there, possibly. We are Andam at a 26.9, which I had kind of predicted there. Sir Killalot, we'll see if we can find him in the 169 Ferrari for our buddy Rank Goose on the chat. We're coming out of the final corner here and see what, well, he kind of cuts the corner there. See what kind of time he's going to put up if things are valid at this point. He is not, so he'll start another lap. A couple of these guys coming through. The 73 of Sabre comes through and starts another lap. Was not valid. We've got Freebird coming to the line. Let's see if he's valid. He is not. Starts another lap. Attended Genie still has not put a lap in. All these guys down here. Thus, 2.5 back. Sonic, 1.6 back in the Mustang. See if we've got anybody else coming to the line. Andam's going to come into the line and put another lap in. Looks like he's got a little bit of a slipstream. 26.5 at this point. Riley Blunt puts in a about a 27.4. Just 9/10 back. Riley Blunt, new addition here, I believe, to the championship. I only know that because I had to add him to the Masters list. So far, looking pretty good. Checking in upstairs in the Helicam. Coming in through the S's here. Keep it tight. Could have possibly invalidated there, but we'll find out when he comes to the line. A couple other guys coming to the line. Thor McCooney has put himself up there in P3 at the Fords. Seeming to dominate this track so far. The top four, Mad Side, 1.3 back of the current number of 126.557 by Andam. Riley Blunt will come around here to finish his lap. See if he can improve on the 9/10 gap that currently has him sitting in P2. To the line. Now 5/10 back. Riley Blunt's got pace. Thor McCooney coming down into the S's. The 21 of Hush Webb crosses the line, 3 seconds back of the current pace of a 26.5. Andam is another level, mighty fast. Bro, you are 100% speaking the truth, my man. Preaching the choir, preaching the truth, all of it. We've got Thor McCooney, also esports driver. Going to come around the final corner here. See if he can do something to improve. A little bit of lost traction in the back end there. He does not improve. Checking in with attended Genie, just running himself through the first section of Sector 1. Checking with a couple other guys. Times are coming up now. Andam is coming around the final corner. See if he can improve on his time of a 26.5. He does not at this point. 26.557, still the number. Jiffy Poppin, still chilling in the pits. I'm not sure what's going on there. Francisco is out on track, trying to put a lap in. That guy's just chilling, talking to you guys. Mac Webb, 808. Hasn't put in a lap yet. He is just making his way through 6, 7, and 8 at this point. The 101 of Riley Blunt coming to the line. 2/10 back, a 26.7. Riley Blunt's here, folks. Riley Blunt is here. Attended Genie, 9/10 of a second back, coming around turn 11. This is Lexi. What's going on, bro? UK hype. Using the keyboard, my man. Attended Genie to the line. B. Matthew puts himself ahead. Genie takes the spot right back, 3/10 of a second back in P3. Nice. 3/10 of a second separates the top three. Andam's going to be a little bit shaky in his boots at this point. He is coming around turn 11 right now. Melbourne hairpin making his way up to 12. Yep, he's going wide, just going to basically starting a new lap here. So we'll follow him as he goes through. The 21 of Hush Webb is coming down towards the S's. Alexi, you're good. You just got out of bath. You just took a bath? Okay. Cool. Hush Webb, 3.1 back right now, looking to improve the number 21 Ferrari. Round the final corner. Predicting a 3/10 improvement. Actually, not. He pulls into the pits. Riley Blunt still 2/10 back. Heading up to McLean's. McLean's and now through Coppice. Heading to the S's. The 14 is coming to the line. Will he improve? That is Thus. Does not improve. The 60 comes to the line. Manser does. He's 1.1 seconds back in P7. The 420, Madside comes to the line. Remains 1.2 back, P8. The 808 comes to the line. 1.8 back, McWebb. The 80, Andam, sets another lap. Does he improve? Does not. 26.5. Riley Blunt comes up behind. Does he take position? No. Stays 2/10 back. Attended Genie. Head down toward the S's. Kind of getting the tires running. Trying to get the tires. Oh, trying to get the tires hot. Doug's, my man. How you doing, buddy? Wish you were here, bro, but you got to get that play seat fixed. We'll take care of you on the results. 5 minutes to go left in quali. Attended Genie looking to improve 3/10 back, kind of getting things, kind of warming them up. Attended Genie warming them up. See if you can find him inside there, working the wheel, getting the tires hot. Going to start a new lap. Select seat 9:23 p.m. I got you, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in, man. What's up, Devils? Thanks for tuning in, man. We're starting to attend to Genie here on a lap. 3/10 back. It looked like Blunt is still on a lap. Thor McCooney comes across the line. He's only a second back. A couple guys that have not put a lap in is still Jiffy. I'm not sure. He might be just starting him from the back there just to see, stay out of the carnage. 26.557 is the current Andam. Slippage out of the final corner. Does not improve. Riley Blunt will be behind him. Does not improve, and he's going to start another lap. We're at 3:50 to go in qualifying. Top three separated by 0.3 of a second, a little over 0.3 of a second. Loss of traction there by Blunt out of corner number 1. If you guys have been here before for the other streams, let me know if it's any better in reference to the cameras and not so much return to garage crap and all that stuff. Like, I can literally look at timetables and stuff, and it's pretty neat. So let me know. Looking to always put on some sort of enjoyable situation for you guys to watch. Checking in with Saber and Rannick. Those guys are tight with each other. About 0.3 separates those two from 10 and 11. 1.3 separates the top 10. The 60 of Croder will be coming to the line in the Ferrari. Will he improve? He does not. Stays 1.1 back. Bambino making his way through 5 and 6. The 101 of Riley Blunt will be coming around the final corner with 2:30 to go in quali. Nice out of the final corner. Will he take the top spot? Does not improve. Still 0.2 back. Andam coming across some traffic will probably slow things up to who you got there? Blunt? Yeah, 100% Devils. He is fast, man. I'm hoping that he latches onto this series and starts putting some pace and some pressure on Andam. He's got a little ways to go, but any type of competition for the number 80 is always good. Genie's only 0.3 back. These guys are loading up for the final lap of quali. So on track, we've got Genie's going to come across the line first. To start this lap. He will be able to get 2 laps in. Blunt is going to be struggling. So this is going to be the last lap coming up here for Blunt. To try to do what he can to go 0.2 or 0.3 faster and hope that Andam can improve. Looking a little further back, right here in the 7th, actually in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all those guys within 0.3. So we've got some good battles here potentially. Hoping that things can be respectable on track to where we can have some great racing. Final lap will be started by Riley Blunt. Checking in with the helicam. Andam right now is getting ready to kind of back things up a little bit. Coming to the line. Most guys have kind of set their laps that are in the positions they currently are. They don't see themselves as an improvement, so they brought things into the pits to kind of set up pit stops and strategies and things like that. Goose, they need to make one pit stop, and it is a mandatory 25 seconds. You need to take fuel. If you only take fuel, it's 25 seconds. If you take fuel and tires, it's 30 seconds. So you have the option to save 5 seconds by just taking fuel, but the guys that take tires could catch you back up for that 5 seconds. So it's a little bit of a strategy depending on the track and the tire wear and things like that. The final lap will be set here by Andam. He just started it. Checking in with Riley Blunt. Riley has returned to pits. Attendant Genie is still on track. No, Riley is, no, okay, yeah, it threw me into somebody there in the pit. So Riley is coming to the final corner. Really wide there. Unfortunately, I think he's going to have to return to the pits. He will. Attendant Genie has gone wide. He's taken out the driven sign. My guy. Guys are all over the place. He's a little bit frustrated. The 93 is also spinning back there. Who Darren? He's pulled himself off. Doesn't look like Andy. Well, that's not good. It doesn't look like Andam's going to have to finish. So that is going to be it. That is going to be Andam finishing the session 126.557 in P1. Riley Blunt will be in P2, running a 126.847. Attended Genie P3 at a 126.9. So you've got 3 in the 126s. Weather forecast run looks pretty good. I don't believe there's any rain. There is potential. But at this point, from what I see, I don't think there will be. Continuing on to the order here, B. Matthews 717 in the Ferrari, a 127.0. P5, that new guy. 6, El Bambino. 7, Thorn McCooney. 8, Manser Croder. 9, Mad Psycaster. 10, Saber. 11, Ronk Sonic. 12, Thu 6107. Armor Kinger 13th. Who Darren 14th. McWebb 15th. J. Francis 6380 in P16. Hush Webb in 17. And we had Freebird in 18. Pepski in 19. Sir Kill-A-Lot didn't do too well for us to kind of start watching him, but he's in 20th. We'll have to find out what he can do in P21 down there with Jiffy to kind of make their way through the field. Yeah, weather forecast looks to be clear, so there's your pole sitter, Andam. Riley Blunt, 2 Fords leading him off, followed by 3 Ferraris, 2 Fords, a Ferrari, a Ford, and a Ferrari. So we've got 5 Fords, and we've got 5 Ferraris. As far as right now with the standings, Andrew, appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping in. I put the post in streams in promo, Saber. I might have put it in the wrong spot, buddy, but maybe I'll try to share it later. I don't know exactly the right spot to share it, but there's so many different things to share it in. But I appreciate you stopping in and starting out in P10, bro. So pull the belts tight. Have a good race. Watch out into turn 1. That's all I got to say. You know it as much as I know it. Turn 1 can be difficult here. And it was in the events announcements. I appreciate it, Devils. Good luck, Saber. There's attended Genie in the black Ferrari. B. Matthew, lovely GB colors, 717, the number 42. That new guy has put his red and yellow Ray-Ban sponsored Ferrari up into P5. El Bambino, the Ford Mustang, the 717 in P6. Thorn McCooney, as you can see there, those guys kind of run on the same team. P7, Manser Croder, the number 60. P8, Matsai.
30 seconds.
P9, Sabre P10. Somebody I think we should probably watch out for here at the back will be Freebird. Guy is legendary on watching things happen in front, making some maneuvers, picking up some positions, finishing in the top 10 to 12. Can be done.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go before we get this thing moving. Yeah, Genie, it is. It's 25 second. 25-second pit time. So you got to pit for fuel. You either take tires and fuel or just fuel. Tires and fuel do 30 seconds. Fuel is 25 seconds. Got to make that decision. While we have a minute here on the outlap, we'll go through the championship standings. At P1 is Andam. Like we mentioned before, he's got a 16-point lead on NCLR Styles, who's not here tonight. Gowney not here tonight. Madsai is here. Klorpt not here. BMW 7762 in P6. B Matthew P7. Manser P8. Doug's P9, who had a issue with his place seat, could not make it tonight. Last second withdrawal. The P10 is Z-Knight. So Andam could do his thing here and do well. B Matthew has an opportunity to make up some spots along with Matsai, and a couple of those guys are not here tonight, so they're going to lose out. We're going to get started here. These guys are kind of warming the tires. I think probably a good idea to go on board maybe with the P2, but we'll see. Looking at the front of Genie's car, it looks like he's actually got a little bit of damage. I'm not sure. Looks like the front end of it looked to be a little bit scraped up, so he's got to be careful of that on the outlap. So yeah, he's got some damage there. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Maybe he was reading the chat. Yeah, damage. I don't know how you're texting, bro, and you're getting ready to race. But anyway, strap the belts, my man. Get after that Andam Ford Mustang. There's El Bambino. We're going to go on board here with P2, the rookie, the sensation. Riley Blunt has gotten the call from the minors. He's putting the 101 Ford Mustang, he's put it on P2. We're coming to the line here.
Green light. Go,
green,
go,
green,
go.
green, green, green. Here we go. Down in turn one. Riley Blunt tries to get a run on Andam. Late break here to try to go around the outside. Genie makes his way up to the inside there. Is taken over P2 from the Ford Mustang of Riley Blunt as they head down into Old Hairpin. Ferrari has split the Ford domination on the qualifying. Looking further back in the 63, we've got Jay Francisco is off. And we've got the 21 of Hushed Webb is off. We've got the 169 of Sir Kill-A-Lot has gotten involved in that incident. the Ford Mustang of well, Freebird's made his way through, folks. He's still there, so he's made up 2 or 3 positions there. But the I was looking at the Ford Mustang of Francis. There is pretty destroyed. Yeah, he's got the flappy hood. We'll see if we can go inside the car there. Yeah, he's got the flappy hood. Extra about a second and a half worth of lost lap time. Got that. Steering wheel shaking a little bit, probably at an angle. It's not going to work for him. See if we can go back up towards the front. Andam takes the lead, crosses the line in lap 1 to lead us off. Attended Genie now in P2. B Matthew 717, excuse me, in P3. Riley Blunt's made his way, unfortunately, back a few positions now to P4. Just getting himself acclimated to the racing with these fast cats. That new guy put a ton of pressure on him here, heading into the old hairpin. Making the left through 5. Also another left here through 6. Up to McLean's. It's turn 7. Checking things a little bit further back. Freebird has unfortunately had a little bit of an incident, possibly. He's back here, hanging in P15 currently, but he has made up some spots. Heading up into the melee here, where Madsai is. We've got a ton of Mustangs. We've got 4 in a row there. Hanging P6, 7, 8, 9. Current gap is 0.5 of a second from Genie to Andam. He's doing what he can to hang with him, to at least put some pressure on him. Ferrari great on the brakes. Ford Mustang also good on the brakes. Sonic staying out of trouble. Yep. Sonic doing what he's got. He's staying out of trouble. He's made quite a few positions up from the start, the P20. We'll go on board here on the dash cam for Sonic. Trying to chase down Mad Caster as part of the exclusive esports team, Mad Sci. A little bit of a dab, the last error right here, a little dab of the brakes. A couple downshifts. Somebody's off there a little bit ahead. A little bit might have been Bambino. He's made his way back up on track. Thormacooney with a run on Bambino. This is going to back some things up. Madsai starting to close the gap. And Ronnick's right on the back of him. As you can see there, Ronnick right on the back of him. Heading down into the S's. Nice and smooth through here. Inside curve, the sausage can throw you off a little bit as it did back there for McWebb, but he's made his way back on track. There's Madsai making a run outside the front camera here on Thormacooney. Very, very good racing here. Checking back up front, it looks like a 1.2 second gap is now for Andam, and he's doing what he normally does. He set sail. Early pit stop in for the 666s of Armor Kinger. Possibly damaged, possibly an early spot or an early stop, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, my car's in the way. That new guy hanging in P4, Riley Blunt, is doing what he can to stay with that new guy in P5. Has lost, unfortunately, another position. Even with the damage for attended Genie, he's got a 1.5 second gap to B Matthew. Things are starting to spread out a little bit. Checking in with the 717 of Bambino. His way through the S's there, nice and tidy. Thormacooney right on the rear end of him. Those guys are teammates, though, in other series. So there's a good chance there won't be any frivolous activity there. Madsai all over the back of him. And Ronnick right there, Sonic, the number 20 Mustang. Stop and go for Sir Kill-A-Lot. Checking in on McWebb, hanging in P10 currently. Freebird up to P14, and then I hit the old jinx there. A little bit deep into the final corner. It looks like the Mustang behind a Jiffy Pop might have done the same thing, but those guys have made their way up from last and second to last almost to 15th and 14th. So Thus, a little bit of an issue, I think, with him. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly where he started, but his car looks clean, so just has to lock in, put some consistent laps down, and start making his way up through the field. There's Croder, checking in with him, top 10 in the standings right now for the championship, but right now he's in P11, chasing down McWebb. He's only a half a second back, or half a tenth back of him. These Ford Mustangs are all battling here. Let's go on board with one of them there. Mad Sci consistently putting the laps in, P8 currently. As we look behind at Sonic, these guys are all running pretty consistent laps right now. .26.830 right now is the fastest lap. One in the back here of Attended Genie. A little bit of pressure from B. Matthews 717. Starting to close that gap, 7/10 back. The gap's extended to 3 seconds from Andam to Genie. It's pretty much a done deal at this point unless something happens to Andam. Guy's on a straight run right now, currently just dominating series. Also a very quick driver in the Esports Pro Series events. Stop and go for McWebb. Unfortunately, it probably was track limits. Multiple times it can be done here, pretty simple. B. Matthew has closed the gap, like we said. He's only 9/10 back right now. Coming to the line, that's going to reset. We'll see where he is. It looks like it's definitely close to 9/10. Yeah, a little bit about a second at this point. Riley Blunt's 1.6 back of that. That guy is 2 seconds back of Blunt. So the competition we have right now, the best race we've got is this guy, Thor McCooney and El Bambino, Mad Sci, and Sonic. Broder doing what he can to get to the back of it, but he's not quite there yet. That is definitely the best race we've got going on right now. Freebird making up loads of places. Yeah, I'm telling you, the guy's consistent. He puts in the laps. He knows his pace. Always comes with his sick liveries though. Looking really good. We'll keep an eye on him to see how he does. Mad Sci, checking back in with him. Still seeing a mirror and a windshield full of Mustangs. Checking in with Andam. 0 damage. Let's see what lap he puts in here. Coming around to the 7th lap of the day. 27.175. So he's low 127s right now currently. Attended Genie running 27.4s, so there's about 2 to 3 tenths each lap, which is where you're seeing that gap extend. B. Matthew currently 1.1 back of Attended Genie, hanging there. Back into this spot here, Mad Sci only half a second back, or, yeah, half a second back of Thor McCooney. things have spread out. A couple guys in the pits. Sabre is taking his early pit stop. Army King's taking his spot. Mac Webb had his service stop and go. Francisco's taking the pit stop, and Hushed Webb. So we'll keep an eye on those guys to see what happens with them as far as making up positions when these guys start pitting. 33, a little bit more than 33 minutes to go in the race. Tons of pressure here. Croter all over the back end. Going a little bit deep there. Maybe couldn't see the braking point. A little bit of breathing room now for Sonic from Croter. Bad side with the late break. See what kind of slipstream he might get down this hill here. Little short shift there by Thor McCooney. Checking in with Matt. He's got clear sailing behind. Checking back in with our rookie Riley Blunt, the number 101 Ford Mustang. Hanging with B. Matthew at just 9/10 of a second back currently. Solid effort so far for him. That new guy looking to move up in the standings. It's sitting at P5 right now in the race. Checking with a couple others here. We got Pepski, who started last, is up to P12. Great run for him so far. Jiffy, P15. Lovely Carolina bluish colors there. Unfortunately, he just cut the corner, but that's okay. Thus, P14. The number 14 Ferrari. Manser is taking a pit stop, possibly trying to do an undercut there for him. These guys are battling, and it's going to bring, I think, Matt's side back into this battle. Bambino and Thor McCooney. Thor McCooney's got to be careful. On board here in Thor McCooney's number 86 Ford Mustang, chasing down the 717 of El Bambino. He has been chasing him down most of the race. A little bit squirrely there. This could let Matsai back into the game. All three of these guys chasing that new guy, 120 in the 24 Ferrari. A little bit of wheel span out of the corner for Thor McCooney, but he seems to have gathered things up. To see which one of these guys wants to pit first. 30 minutes to go in the race at this point. There's a little bit of action on pit road, but I think there's a couple of guys that have decided to kind of hang things up possibly. So Kill-A-Lot possibly is one of those guys. P12 is Freebird. We're on board with him. Check out the smooth inputs. Makes his way down into turn one. Well, anybody knows Freebird, he is an Audi specialist. Loves driving the Audi. Big ups for him to get away from that mid-engine vehicle, and that Audi, kind of similar to the Ferrari, and go with a Ford Mustang. Checking in with Darren in P10. Sonic really dropping the pace. Yeah, gaps. Something's happened there with him, I think. Kind of falling back. These three are still battling. But Sonic's P9. Still doing good. Goose, are you guys same team or something like that? I noticed the RANQ the same for you and for him. So just let me know. It'd be cool to know. El Bambino, P6. Riley Blunt's up to P4. Checking in here with Attendant Genie with B. Matthew all over the back. Keep an eye on this battle here. All the while, Attendant Genie is 6 seconds back of Andam, which I think that gap has kind of gotten stable at this point. Good. Glad you guys are buddies, man. Cool. You don't want to race in this, Goose? Love to have more drivers. Maybe you just wanted to watch the F1 race. I'm not sure. Attendant Genie and B. Matthew could start battling here and bring Riley Blunt right into the fold of the battle. Not the best of line from Genie there. This could let Matthew come up to the back end. Riley Blunt's out of the final corner. We'll stay with this battle here for another lap. Things are going to start happening in the pits here shortly. 0.6 of a second gap from Makuni to Bambino. We'll have to go back to that, but these guys are battling right now currently. Going a half-heartedly rush a race takes me a while to find my flow, shall we say. I got you, bud. All good, bro. All good. Appreciate you at least stopping into the chat. Whoever's here in the chat, let me know where you're from, man. Put it in the chat. I'm on the east coast of the United States. Dealing with a cold. Dormakuni and Bambino and Matsai all having good races. Sonic's up to P9 with a little bit of pressure from Hu Darren behind. He's lost the pace. I'm not sure if possible tires at this point have gone off, but he has definitely fallen back. Then 8.1 seconds back of P8. Attendant Genie has made his way down into the pits. We'll see what happens with him. He's made his way into the box. First pit stall. We'll see what happens with Riley Blunt if he can put together a good couple of laps here, pace-wise. East side of the UK dealing with a cold also. I got you, bud. Yeah, I'm not normally this clog sounding, but doing the best I can here. Matt's eye still 0.7 back. Let's head into the heli cam. These guys are starting to kind of separate out a little bit. These three not, but separate out a little bit because pit stops are starting to happen. The 14 of Thus has made his way into the pits. Coming to a stop. The 21 does not does not come into pit lane. That's Hushed Webb. See what Andam does here. Normally likes to go long. In pit kind of later on in the proceedings. B. Matthews has assumed P2, and now he's come into the pit. So Matthew trying to cover off Attendant Genie's early pit stop. Attendant Genie's now out of the pits in P12. Freebird has made that position up on him, but he will have to pit. So Attendant Genie currently the first guy to pit that was up in the top three. B. Matthew is there now. We'll see what he can do to cover him off. At this point, Attended GD is coming around turn 11 with Freebird behind. Will this allow Matthew to escape and make that position up? Freebird could play a pivotal role here in this. Where's B. Matthew? B. Matthews off the jacks, coming out of the pits. Not the best of pit stops. Attended GD goes through. B. Matthews going to have to make up, wow, probably a good 4 seconds or so. I don't know if that's a possibility of GD not taking tires and B. Matthew taking tires. Keep an eye on that. 3 seconds is the gap. Sonic checking in with him. The Ford Mustang has not pit yet. Who Darren did make his way around Sonic. Mad Sai, Bambino, Thor McCooney did come off into the... Thor McCooney did not pit, but something must have happened there.
You're halfway through. Keep pushing.
So those guys had a little bit of an incident. So Mad Sai and Bambino make their way through. Riley Blunt still out on track. And Dam coming through the S's. Stop and go for Jiffy Poppin'. That is going to ruin his day. Most likely for track limits. Let's check in with Freebird, who has also pit. He's out in P16. Sonic is in the pits. Who Darren in the pits. Mad Sai continues on. Bambino continues on. Gorgeous car. Absolutely gorgeous car. Your top 4 right now, the Ford Mustangs of Andam, Blunt, Bambino, and Sycaster. Followed by 3 Ferraris and GDB Matthew and that new guy 120. McCooney in the 86 Mustang. Still has not pit yet. He is heading up towards the top section of the course. Freebird comes around the final corner to start another lap. Just over 21 minutes to go in the race. Jiffy's serving his stop and go currently in the pits. Okay, we'll catch back up with him, and there he is. He's got to back up a little bit to get into a spot. It's compounding the errors, unfortunately. That new guy has made his pit stop. He's in P7 currently. Top 4 have not pit yet. Still haven't pit. They're through the S's. It might be a smart move from Mad Sai to pit and try to pull an undercut off, depending on what Bambino does. We'll keep an eye on it here as they come around turn 11 heading to 12 to make a decision on what they want to do for the pit lane. Another camera here as we've got a camera mounted out. Mad Sai, Bambino checks in. Bambino is in the pits. Mad Sai continues on. Blunt in the pits. Blunt being a rookie here, let's see how he navigates the stop. On his marks, drive through for Who Darren, speeding in pit lane. Andam is in the pits. Andam is leaving the pits. Mad Sai is assumed to lead. Riley Blunt still in the pits. Bambino in the pits. Attended Genie. Attended. Yeah, something's got to catch back up here. I think attended. Yeah, attended's going to go up to P3. Things have kind of worked themselves back out. B. Matthew has made the gap up a little bit. It's just below 3 seconds. It was 3 seconds when they came out of the pit, so those guys have been running consistent laps. There's who Darren, unfortunately, in P13. He will have to serve the drive-through, which will kind of mess up his race. Checking back in with Freebird here. How's he making? He's making up some spots. He's in P16 currently. Sonic, P12. Mad Size still continues on. Could be making a play to just take fuel. I'm not sure what Andam did, but we could probably check sector times. And somebody's off the 808 of McWebb had gone deep there into the final corner. He's got back on track, which is good. Sonic checking back in with him for his buddy the Goose in the chat is in P12. Most of these guys have pit except for one guy, the leader of the race, Mad Sidecaster in the Ford Mustang. Using the slipstream of the 20 of Sonic. Sonic's got a little bit of damage there, which is probably the issue as to where he lost some pace early on in stint 1. We're going to check back in with Matt here to see if he's going to pit this lap. 17 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the race. P2 of Andam heading into the S's. Mad Side dips into the pits, and we'll see where this takes him. We'll go in car to see how the stop is. He's up on the jacks. Andam is going to be coming around to assume the lead. We'll see how long it's going to take Mad Side, see if he's made up any positions. Attended Genie's going to come across. Also go past Mad Side. B. Matthew will go past Mad Side. The competition for him is El Bambino, who's only right now entering down into turn 12. So Mad Side has a chance to possibly jump them. He's down off the jacks, going at the at pit pace of 30 miles an hour. Bambino comes across. There's Mad Side. Thor McCooney has also come across. Riley Blunt will not make that position up. Will stay in P8. So right now, Mad Sidecaster has found his way back behind Thor McCooney and El Bambino, and they assume the race down to the end in 15.5 minutes. Mad Sai, I'm not sure if he took tires. If he did, he could have a advantage. Checking back in with Attendant Genie and with Andam, a 7.8 second gap. So things have kind of worked their way through, and we are back on schedule. Looking to see if we have any battles here on track. The 717 of Bambino, the 86 and the 420 of Mad Sai are the closest. Riley Blunt's in with it. Croder and Blunt and Saber. These guys are battling. We'll keep it here. A couple Ferraris on the back of the Mustang. Made their way through Melbourne Hairpin and on to turn 12. A little bit of damage there to the front end of Blunt. Saber and Croder putting the pressure on. Through the back glass of Blunt. full of Ferrari. And Blunt is off. Sabre and Croder make their way through. Blunt's off. He's going to have to find his way. Did my man really return to pits? He returned to the pits. Wow. Can't do that, bro. You got to finish up. You got to finish up. And he leaves the session. Wow. As the guy that does the standings and everything, something like that, I'm not sure you should get any points for it, but we'll have to try to make an announcement there on that. But Blunt did well, did well, but a little bit of an issue there, and decided to quit. So there's Madside P7, Bambino P5, and Thormakuni P6. It's been pretty much the biggest battle. 1 second gap for B. Matthew to attend to Genie, trying to round out the podium here. Andam is 11 seconds up. There's Jiffy on the inside there, letting a few folks go by. Let's go on board here with B-Math. Send the GD off a little bit there. Maybe a little bit of a run for B-Matthew here in the slipstream. Just at the base of the hill there, brake, cut the corner. Throttle through that corner there. Make your way down into the Melbourne hairpin. Ferrari excellent on the brakes. These guys have been battling pretty much for 40 minutes, 35 minutes actually, and doing a really, really good job. There's McWebb in the back. I think he's unfortunately a lap down. Checking in with Freebird is P14. Good points for P14. As there's a lot of points. Checking back in with Sonic in P11 right now currently. A little bit rough over the curbs there, but P11's not bad. Also good points there. Mustard Yellow Ferrari of Armor Kinger. P10 currently. Croder 0.3 of a second back to Sabre. These guys are battling. Sabre trying to break the slipstream there at the front stretch. Heading through Redgate. Important to pick your braking points there. Let's go the in-car front dash cam of Croder. A little bit of a slip there from Sabre, and Croder's going to be on the attack. We've got a front row seat. Heading through 5, through 6. Up into McLean's at 7. Important here to get good traction coming out of this corner here. Blind corner. Can cut it. Be a little careful there. Lost some traction. It's going to allow Sabre to get away a little bit. 0.4 of a second gap. Croder to Sabre. Now 6. Through the S's. Sliding is Sabre. This battle here, we're going to go back here. Attendant Genie is now up into P3. B. Matthew has taken the spot. Genie's doing what he can to come back at him. Matthew slightly off track. This will bring Genie up into the play. Second to highest section here of the course. Just below 10 minutes to go in the race. It's getting spicy here in a few spots. Of course, Bambino, Thormakuni, and Midside. We'll check back in with those guys. But B. Matthew and Attendant are battling. Andam has set sail. Nothing can really stop him at this point. He's got a 15-second gap. Awesome racing here. Late break by the Attendant Genie. Checking high above in the helicopter cam. Sponsored by XEL. following Attended Genie and B. Matthew through the final corner to start another lap. They've probably got about 4 laps to go in the race. Check in with these guys here. Still, Bambino goes a little deep out of the final corner. Thormakuni does well through there. Mad Size onto the back end of Thormakuni. Just about 7/10 of a second is his gap. Eight tenths now, Attended Genie to B. Matthew. It looks to me like if those guys can get through the Sector 2 in this position there without a slip-up, they're going to stay in that position. The smallest of slip-ups from B. Matthew or Attended, and those positions could change. They're fighting for P2 and P3 in the podium places. A little bit wide there is Attended Genie. Checking back in with our chat master Goose's boy Sonic. P11 at this point. He's got a little bit of pressure from the P12 Ferrari, the 37 of Pepsi. Ford Mustang there in between is a lap car. Sabre, the number 73 Ferrari, has got a little bit of a nice gap of 4.5 seconds there to Armor Kinger. So that should be settled there. Croter and Sabre. Madsai and Thormakuni, those guys are still battling. Madsai probably took tires, and those are coming in at this point because he is all over the back of Thormakuni. Thormakuni slightly wide there, lost some traction. Ford Mustang picks it back up though. This will allow Madsai to get onto the back end of Thormakuni. Thormakuni losing touch with El Bambino at this point. Although Bambino goes a little bit wide, Thormakuni's also deep, spinning. Madsai goes around the outside. Will he continue to keep the pace up? He does. Thormakuni allows him through. Madsai is now up to P6. Set sails on P5. Scoreboard needs to catch back up, but we definitely have Madsai in P6, and there it is. Madsai P6, Attended Genie trying to stay onto the back of B. Matthew. We've got probably about 3 laps to go at this point. 6 minutes to go exactly in the race. Pull the belts. Let's get it. Bambino being pressured by Madsai. I'm going to follow Bambino here, see how he makes his way through the first corner and down through the long downhill, right and left through here, because this is a crucial part of the track to where things can happen. That goes for all of them, really. But checking in with our leader, Andam, 20-second lead. Currently just dominating the championship. B. Matthew and Attended Genie not giving up on the fight for P2 or P3. That new guy, solid performance in P4 right now. Bambino making his way up towards that new guy. So these 3 Mustangs are coming to where there might potentially take a spot from that new guy, 120. He's pretty chilling most of the race, but he's got definitely some pressure from the Fords. One of those is Madsai. We'll go on board with him. Makuni has lost touch with these two. So it's Bambino and Mad Sai to try to track down that new guy. Checking the leaderboard there. Freebird's up to P14. Sonic still hanging at P11. Not 311, but P11. Seconds is a gap from Bambino to that new guy, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Now 1-1. Mad Sai only 0.4 of a second back. The pressure is on with 3:12 to go in the race. Not much else is going on. We're going to probably most likely keep it here for the most of the final part of this race. Anybody gets upset with that, I'm sorry. Anybody in the chat wants to see something else, let me know. But this is our battle right now. It's the closest one I see on track. Bambino is all over the back of the Ferrari of that new guy now. We've got probably maybe just 2 laps left. Let's see what Bambino could do. Down through Old Hairpin, dab of the brakes. Fire in the pressure. Put the throttle down. Difficult braking zone here, just past the 1 there. Out at the arrow. Mad Sai hanging to see what happens with these guys. Back in on El Bambino. Good run out of that corner. We'll have some traction here heading down to the S's. Mad Sai, same thing. Norman Cooney, 3 seconds back. Great racing. GTMR powered with XCL servers. Always great racing. Bambino makes the dive down into turn 11. Switchback attempt by the new guy. Mad Sai's right there. See what happens with these two. Awesome move by Bambino. El Bambino moves up to P5. Actually, it's going to be P4 when the that new guy. Let's go on board with that new guy. Down in position to P5. Keep it clean, boys. 1 minute to go. Crucial braking zone right here. A little wide by Bambino. Mad Sai right there. Another crucial braking zone. Bambino a little cautious through there. Leaders on the final lap right now, and these two are battling. P4, P5. A little bit of traction loss out of the corner for Bambino. That new guy is all over the rear end. Heading for the S's, crucial braking zone here. Just as you get to the flat now. Tap the brakes, carry the speed through. Watch the sausage curve on the inside. Heading down to turn 11. Melbourne hairpin, Mad Sai, possibly looking to make the same move. Bambino goes wide. That new guy looking for the traction. Tires are screaming at this point. They will come to the line, and this will be the final lap. Late break by the Ferrari, down through 12. Looking for traction out of the final corner. Has it, but the Mustang is a little bit better traction. Mad Sai all over the back of that new guy. This is our battle. This we will take till the end. Late break there by the Ferrari of that new guy, and Mad Sai's going to go through. Wilson P5. Back on track is that new guy, trying to gather things up. But the Mustang has made its way through. Down to basically half a lap left here in the round number 3 GTMR XCL Versus Series. Airplane goes by. A couple guys are leaving town, not sure why. The battle is here. Mad Sai looking to take up to P4. Bambino there has seen all the Mustang all race long. Andam will come across the line to take the lead and to take the win. B. Matthew. A little bit of trouble there with Who Darren. Who Darren gets out of the way. Attendant Genie Those guys will most likely finish that way. Go back on board here. Final corner. B. Matthew carefully through, and he will finish P2. Attended Genie P3. 2 corners to go for these guys. The Mustang of El Bambino, solid effort so far today. He has 1 more corner to go. Late break deep by Madside just behind, but there will not be enough time. El Bambino will cross the line in P4, Madside in P5, and that new guy in P6. Thor McCooney comes across the line in P7. Croder looking for solid points and a move up in the potential standings. Great move by Madside. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Very, very cautious through there, and he took the move. Mansell Croder will come across the line in P8. Sabre will cross in P9. Arma Kingery will round out the top 10. Pepski, solid. Well, thought it'd be a solid performance. Has crossed the line, yeah. So those guys are all pretty much lap cars. So that's going to be your final. Andam takes P1, B. Matthew P2. So Andam, B. Matthew, attended Genie, Bambino, Madsai, New Guy, Thor McCooney, Croder, Sabre, Armor King. Round out your top 10. Second half, back half of it, Pepski, P11, Sonic, P12, Freebird, another solid P13, Thus, P14, Who Dared, P15, Francis, 16, Hushed Webb, 17, Poppin. Difficult race today for Poppin, P18, McWebb, P19, Riley Blunt left the proceedings early, P20. Sir Kill-A-Lot, P21. I want to thank everybody that was here and listened to me try to do this broadcast a little bit under the weather. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll get some things posted up standing-wise and things like that coming up in the next few days. I appreciate it. I'm going to get off of here and go enjoy a little bit of dinner with the family. But again, appreciate GTMR, XEL versus Series, Ford versus Ferrari. Your winner tonight is Andam. So we led from start to finish, including pole position. Thank you very much, and have a good night.